There's a debate going on in the RuneScape community, mostly on Twitter, where we prefer not to go. And this guy, RS Bread, who is not a moron, is complaining because when you go to Duke, you can mine for 10k mining XP an hour. Okay, all you have to do is you guys know the Duke where the salt mining is. You go there, you start mining, and you just put something on the spacebar, and you leave it there, and it will stay logged in for 6 hours mining, and that will get you 60,000 mining XP over that 6 hour period, which is 10k XP an hour. And his complaint is that this is bad for the game. Okay, I don't see the issue, just AFK every night for 1 month. I've got 1.7 mil mining XP. I want to address this because I think this is one of the most ignorant arguments I've ever seen on the internet. This guy's not very bright, which is evident based on just the very few interactions I've had with him. It's terrible XP because what you're looking at here is it's 10k XP per hour. Yeah, people are probably doing it while they're asleep. So what's that, 1.7 mil XP a month? How long is that going to take? You have to have 72 mining, right, to get to Duke through quest requirements, which is how much XP? Let's go mining. Let's just go OSRS XP chart, I guess. Go to the experience table. Here you go. So 72 mining at bare minimum, I believe it is. Might even be 70. But 72 is 900k. Let's say you got 900k. So you still got to do 12.1 million XP to go in mining to get to 99, right? Divide that by 1.7 if that's the math that he's done. We'll just trust him on this one. 7 months it's going to take you to get 99 mining. AFKing that. It's also worth mentioning that between 72 and 99 mining, you will make 75 mil in ores purely at Motherlode Mine. Not including nuggets. That's in ores and gems. Not including spending your 4,500 nuggets you're going to get. So you're giving up 75 mil and using an incredibly slow and cringe mining method. And this guy has a problem with it. Wait till he finds out about splashing. Because that's worse. Splashing is worse. 7 months to 99 mining is terrible. Do better. Absolutely. You could just do Motherlode Mine for like 2 months and have 99. So this isn't really a problem. I want to address that. I want to make sure that he knows that he's a moron thinking this. I reposted. I had 2 opinions on it that I gave, which is one, Jagex and force close the instance, which is fine. I think it's totally fine if Jagex removes this, by the way. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with people doing this, but I also have no problem with Jagex fixing it. I think that the instance should be closed if you don't make a potion within like 20 minutes. You don't have to click every 20 minutes for splashing. Just put something on your keyboard. Like hold down space and you're good. Right? I believe you can do that with splashing anyway. Yeah, I could be wrong, but even if that's the case, then you're still going to get more than 60k magic XP within 20 minutes. No, you're not. Doesn't matter, alright? My point is valid. Until someone can disprove that, please do. I'd appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you can just hold down spacebar though. Jagex, if they force close the instance, that's great. But I don't think it's really a problem that needs to be addressed. Yet people are still talking about it, so I want to talk about it and just mostly call RS Bread and his mates morons. What do you guys think? Remove 10k an hour. Why? How come Jagex can't fix RevBots, but they haven't removed 10k XP an hour? They haven't removed it. They haven't touched it, but this guy wants them to. Hold down spacebar, use a drinking glass. Okay, so you can hold down spacebar and splashing. Done. People get upset about stupid shit. Yeah, no, he's not a very bright individual. Obviously, you got people seething, making fun of him, of course. There was one argument here I have to find. Jared Bird's pedophile. This guy here, right? Look at this guy. I'm pretty sure this is the guy. Sense 249. You have to be ignorant to not see how this negatively impacts the game. This method requires 5 minutes to set up, maximum 5 minutes to set up, for 60k XP. That's 720k mining XP an hour. Let me zoom in so you guys can read that. Alright. This is a guy with I'm assuming a max cape at Barbarian Assault, okay? So it's not the brightest person. You have to be very ignorant to not see how this negatively impacts the game. This method requires max 5 minutes of setup for 60k XP. That's 720k mining XP per hour. And it's a conservative estimate. So his logic is, because you're actively at the computer for 5 minutes, that means you just multiply 5 by, what is it, 5 by 12, and then 60 by 12. And then you must have the same numbers. You get 99 in 7 months, Well, then it's not 720k XP an hour. The map doesn't, right? The map does not right. It's definitely one of the tweets of all time. They effectively deleted mining. They haven't, because this doesn't give you resources. It doesn't give you money. It's a waste of time. It really is a bad method. People do it because they cope. Now, to be fair, all right, no one wants to do volcanic mine, right? No one wants to do volcanic mine. It sucks. No one wants to learn it. It's too difficult to understand and find a team. Well, by difficult to understand, I mean, it probably just takes a bit of effort, right? It's difficult to understand the same way that Barbasol is too difficult to understand. It's not. You just can't be fucked. It's also, the requirements into Motherlode Mine are a lot heavier than content like Wintertodt, Temperos, and Guardians of the Rift. And people just don't see the appeal so did I say Motherlode Mine? Volcanic Mine. People don't see the appeal of it. And Motherlode Mine is really just a low XP rate mining method that people don't enjoy. Power mining iron is, I guess, if you're really desperate to get XP. But otherwise, no wonder people are drawn to these methods. Now, I think Jagex should remove it. Not because I think it's bad. I think Jagex should remove it because I want the people that use this method to also suffer. Because now they have to go mining. So it's purely for selfish reasons. I think Jagex should absolutely remove the method. They should make it so the instance is closed after 20 minutes of inactivity, as in not making a potion. Jagex should remove LMS, you're a dickhead. So yeah, they should get rid of it. That way the people using this method can suffer and go back to the Motherlode Mine. I would love that. If you get about 120k a day from it, it's pretty lit. That means you've been doing it for 12 hours. There you go. You do it at 720k an hour? Well, according to Knuckle Dragger 44, yeah, that's you can do that. KINGCONDOR mining is a dog shit skill and it should be deleted. They should definitely fix it. They should have a more engaging method to mining, or they should just buff Motherlode Mine ridiculously, really. Duke is peak PBM content. It's pretty up there, yeah. I dislike training methods which don't have a high XP rate or bring in some GP. 10k an hour is dog shit. If someone goes through the effort of setting this up, then let them do it. I think that's totally fine. Absolutely. I have no problem with people doing this. I'd love to see it gone because I want people to be upset about over it as well. 3-tick granite for 75 hours? No. Absolutely not. If you do 2 6-hour sessions, that's like 3.5 months to 99. That's also 12 hours of your day that you're not doing anything but 10k mining XP an hour. You could be AFKing or generating resources on your account in a more effective way. I get people do it while they're asleep in bed, so that's fine. But if you do it more than once a day, then you're just wasting time even more, right? 7 months to get 99 is disgusting. You can do it way quicker. Motherlode Mine needs to be like Wintertodt, faster XP minigame without attacking shit. I think they should just maybe look at another boss in general. Skilling boss. Would increasing XP and decreasing loot at Motherlode Mine be the fix? No, I reckon maybe having some sort of, maybe letting the Varrock body let you mine 2 pay dirt at a time would probably help. Little things like that. It won't be a ridiculous increase, but that would be a fucking good start. 2 pay dirt at a time. Maybe another Motherlode Mine section that costs a shit ton of nuggets, or there's some way to get in there through a diary that, I don't know, maybe they should just start a new mining system in general. Mining does suck, but it's also a very profitable skill when you obviously take the ores and turn them into bars and shit for Iron Man. Why do so many people care about other people playing the game? That's exactly the point. Why do you care? This doesn't affect the game negatively at all. It doesn't generate resources. It keeps people out of my way, to be honest. It's an instance, so people I can't see them. And to be honest, I'm an Iron Man anyway, and most people that are playing Iron Man, most people doing this are probably Iron Man too. So, what's the problem, right? I'm 34 mil mining XP and don't know why people hate it so much. Well, you haven't played the rest of the game yet, clearly. Pay dirt gloves, so you can still have the mining outfit equipped. That'd be cool, yeah. Got a bunch of extra mining XP doing blood runs. Yeah, exactly. Like, you get mining XP through other content lists. Amethyst is really good, yeah. Doesn't affect the in-game economy either, so what's the issue? Well, that's the thing, right? People are he's just looking for a reason to complain, and I wanted to bring it up because, well, I want him to know that I think he's a moron, and it's easier to call him a moron on YouTube because he can't do anything about it on Twitter. He can probably go and report it. I know that he watches my content because he screenshots it and sends it to me, so, good. Now that RS Bread has been acknowledged as an idiot and everyone agrees with the majority of players that this is a fucking idiot take, and complaining about this makes you an even bigger idiot, we can move on. Jagex, fix it to upset the people mining, but if you don't fix it, I won't be bothered either. It's totally fine. Dude's brain is bread? Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't affect anyone in the game in any way. No, it doesn't. It's totally fine. Yeah, you need 92 mining for Amethyst, yeah. Had a lot of people comparing it to botting in my comments. I don't see what this has to do with botting. Botting is completely different. Big fan of these AFK methods. At an extreme XP per hour disadvantage, having a few low XP skill methods which meld into a productive lifestyle is great. With Duke mining, I can play basketball for 25 minutes IRL agility and return to a modest 2k mining XP gained. To be honest, that's fucking shit. Like, go cut redwoods or something, at the very least. It's not what the controversy is about. The controversy is about people using spacebar to leave their PC for 6 hours or while mining, usually when they sleep. It's effectively a form of botting. So to fix that, I don't know if the engine, I don't know how the engine works to counter that, but to fix that, you just close the instance. To be honest. Otherwise, you've got splashing, which people do the same. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but if people really want that to be, it's not a form of botting. If people want that to be rectified, I would say Jagex would need to come up with a fix so that the spacebar, after a certain period of time being held, can't be maybe registered anymore. This isn't any closer to botting than AFKing anglers while working for 8 hours. Yeah, well, this guy's, his argument is the spacebar. Making the gas vents hit the mining towers as well. Problem solved. Yeah, just cause hardcore to lose their status. I do wish they both had more aggressive look on HDOS instead of looking like a fancy Christopher. I didn't really compare the two. Would not be bannable to use a weight to keep you logged in, kind of like automation via a fan or some shit? Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say so. The button's being held in. What if you just have sticky keys? Can't play at all at work, while at work. I don't mind this. Passively gain some XP. Something is better than nothing. Yeah. Did you see the Ultimate Iron Man that lost 3 bill Duke mining? No, I didn't. Can you send me the link? That sounds fucking awesome. I'd love to see that. The new Dwarf Quest storyline around mining a new location? Yeah, for sure. I think this is totally fine. If you're going to use the spacebar to extend methods that are splashing and mining, and is there anything else? Probably not at this pace. I think you're fine. I don't think it's a problem. The reason JMods haven't said anything is because they're using it to cause fuck the state of mining currently. JMods probably haven't said anything because, one, when JMods start making public announcements on content like this without, like, discussing it, I guess, with the team, it gets filtered into the community. People then start taking it out of context, taking it too far, taking it with a grain of salt. Jagex probably doesn't say anything about it because they probably want to assess it first. Considering a botting is single-digit IQ tape, botting or macroing is automating your actions or using one input to do multiple. It's the same, like, these are the sort of people that probably agree with No Monkey on this fucking input situation. Some days ago, there were a bunch of people complaining about the Duke being heavily abused, okay? My question is, why exactly do you care about someone getting 60k XP from 6 hours of AFK mining? I do understand this can be seen as against the rules, even if no software is being used. Although I don't quite agree specifically when it causes absolutely no harm to anyone. Well, there's no additional inputs per actions per input or whatever, right? So it's not botting. You got the link in there? Okay, we'll check that out after. If the game allows you to click something and your character performs interrupted actions, it's a mechanic and not a botting thing. Yeah, absolutely. 0 GP coming into the game, 60k XP after 6 hours, which is really bad. That's less than 1 hour of Volcanic and Blast Mine, absolutely. I'd argue that most of you who work from home will get way more than that while being super AFK, of course. Just now I've done 20 minutes of low attention Mother Mine while on the subway, and I've gotten more than an hour worth of Duke. So this isn't even causing all you work from homers to any major setback in the ranks, of course. But I don't get what, I think anyone arguing about ranks at this point, especially for a skill like mining, is, you realize that people got 99 like 10 years ago, right? That race is over. Nightmare Zone Escape was on my ass for it. Nightmare Zone Escape. Well, look at his name. Let's hope people don't start splashing and abusing magic. Exactly. Imagine people AFK Nightmare Zone 6 hours. I mean, it happens everywhere, right? How do we do that? A wipe after less than an hour. I guess he's getting fucked. My roommate in college had alarms set for tree runs at 3 AM every morning. He'd be up for 10 minutes, pound out magic and palm tree run, then right back to sleep. Fuck that, man. That is so much work. Meanwhile, I'm just AFKing shooting stars in the wilderness with PvP worlds to the same effect. Yeah, in fact, probably just more XP per hour. Shooting stars is the same thing. Exactly. Until obviously they run out. But if you have a level 9 shooting star and you're the only one there for the whole time, how long is that going to? That's going to take you over an hour easily to mine. For sure. Absorption potions. Full inventory gives you 5600 HP of absorption. Then you do a customizable rumble with weak enemies. It'll get the list in a minute. Oh, sorry, I'll get this in a minute, and you can easily last 6 hours. Really? I didn't even know that. That's awesome. Probably 2 hours. That's 2 hours? Yeah, well, there you go. That's 2 hours of AFK mining. Done. So, like, and that's way more beneficial than this shit, because you also gain resources. Can't even do a 9 by yourself. It will go away. There you go. That's guaranteed 2 hours of mining. And the patches say you start splashing after a certain period. I believe you can just hold the spacebar though, as someone stated earlier. People put a weight in the spacebar and mine for 6 hours straight. There you go. Just like splashing, can't really tell the difference between a book and my hand on the spacebar. So it's impossible for them to actually prove there's no human input. I think that's fair. Yeah. Character will stop splashing after 20 minutes. Spacebar stops you from logging out for 6 hours, but it won't give you XP. Okay, so you can't keep splashing past 20 minutes. Is that correct then? It'd be like 40k an hour too, and you click just enough to not log off. Yeah, absolutely. My trusty cat takes care of that problem all the time. Yeah, of course, yeah, using cats on rats is a fucking meme. So really, like, I think people are... Iris a moron, alright? This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him, goddamn! Fuck me, look at that boy. It's huge! Big boy. Big boy. Fucking